Hi, so I just turned 30 and I was thinking what better way to celebrate it than to share with people what I would have wished to know as an artist in my 20s. Now, do keep in mind, this applies to all art forms, but I will talk especially about dance and videography since that's what I'm doing mainly. So let's begin. So the first thing that I want to talk about was the identity issue. Now, what do I mean by that? If you're creating identities on everything that you do, I am a dancer, I am a pictor, I am a sculptor, I am an artist, will block you from experiencing and experimenting with different stuff. It will just stop you from evolving. So you really need to expand yourself. So my advice to you is to go there and experiment, see the world, find things that get you, find things that create interest, find things that you love doing. I was guilty of the same problem because in your 20s, it's so easy for you to get influenced. But the thing is, you can do whatever you want as long as you keep your focus on the thing that's important to you. So it's not like you have to cancel everything out. So for example, oh, I'm a dancer, I can learn how to ride a bike or something I always wished I would have done, but I never did. Experiment, learn from it, put it in your art, and let everything develop itself. Another thing that I think is really crucial is trusting yourself, so self-trust. A lot of the times, the problem is not in the art itself, it's in the way that the artist approaches art. It's basically like sales. A lot of the times, it's more important how you sell your product than the product itself. So with art, it's kind of the same. For example, while I was dancing, I was looking at my rounds, and I realized that my dancing wasn't bad, my approach in music wasn't bad. So all the basics were there. The problem was in my eyes. You can see it in my eyes. You could see that I didn't trust myself. And people can feel that. People can feel energy. It doesn't matter if it's dance, if it's a theater piece, or anything for that matter. What's important is that you properly represent your art, because that art is a result of your thoughts and your work. So you should be proud of it. Notice what I said, that you should be proud about it. The thing is, artists don't understand that we don't have to be the best. You don't have to be the best. If you believe that, that most likely comes from an imposter syndrome or some symptoms from it. You don't have to have the syndrome itself. The thing is, if you think about it, when you're hiring a plumber, you're not necessarily searching for the best in the city. You go to church, you're not searching for the absolute best priest all the time. You're searching for somebody that can do the job good and that can bring value. And that's all we have to do as artists. We need to bring value to the world through our creation. You don't have to be the best. You just have to put yourself out there and again, be proud of what you're creating, because art a lot of times is just a moment thing. It's a state. Most likely the thing that you put out, that thing will never get born again, because it's your current state of mind, your current ideas, and in this moment you decided, you know what, I'll do this, I'll take the project, I'll take the painting, I'll take the concept, whatever it is, to its very end, and you created something. So you should be proud of it. Another really important thing that you need to know, and I'm sorry that I have to tell you this, is that not all of your ideas are good. Trust me. Because as artists, we think, oh my God, every idea that I have to write it down. I have to do it. I have to end it because it's good, it's creative. I'll take this idea so far, it's gonna be great, you know. That's actually not true. Especially when the ideas come from a place of judging yourself or other people. Or it could just be plain stupid ideas, like, I don't know, I want to make a swimming plane or some shit. Another thing that you really have to take into account is that success does not depend only on performance and skill. Success is dependent on a lot of factors. Geographical position, people that know you, people that understand your art, people that think they understand your art, exposure, and the most important one for me, luck. Obviously, skill is also important and developing yourself is crucial, but you have to understand and not beat yourself up that you're not successful yet, because it doesn't happen like that. Success is given from a lot of factors. I might upset a bunch of people with this one, but it's possible that what you think you really truly desire, it's really just something you're running from and you end up in the loop. Let me explain this. So for example, let's say you're wishing to win that big contest that you're always dreaming about. That just might be the fact that you're trying to run from your own fears. Or let's say you want to win that contest because subconsciously you don't realize you actually want to please somebody. You need somebody else's attention. Maybe it's actually somebody, like a person, or maybe it's just attention seeking in general. It's not a bad thing, but you have to be sure that you understand why you do this and that your motivations are healthy. Circumstances are not that important. Not to you, not to anyone else. It doesn't matter where you are from, what you think you're struggling with. It's not that it's not important, but it shouldn't stop you from creating something. You can always create something, and those are good news. That means you're never blocked, and that means that in every minute of your life you can actually have an idea, you can create something. Now that doesn't mean that you won't have periods of times like a complete lack of creativity. That's normal, that happens to all of us. But when you feel like creating, when you feel like doing something new, just do it. Don't think about the lack of gear, like if I had that camera, if I have those shoes, if I had those brushes, it really doesn't matter. If you have an idea, try and put it out in the universe. Another thing that's really important is to take breaks and acknowledge how important health is. Listen man, I know you're in your 20s, you feel invincible, and most likely you are invincible. We used to dance like 15 hours a day, have a couple of beers, sleep for 2 hours, and then the next day just go to workshops and finish the day off with no problem. Now, physically and mentally, I'm much better than I was in my 20s, but it doesn't mean that I'll continue to ravage my body like that. It's important for you to take breaks, like in my case here, some chill music, and try different things. A lot of the times, if you're pushing your art too far, or you're obsessing over it too much, you'll hit a burnout. So just try different things. In my case, for example, I sometimes just take a walk and start filming something, or recently I've developed a couple of online courses on my Patreon, teaching, planning different things, do anything that's related to dance, but it doesn't have to be dance itself, just so I'm in the same mindset, but I'm not getting a burnout out of it. I really wish that this list will be helpful to you guys. Honestly, I just wanted to put something out. I just wanted to give some advice, because a lot of these things I had to learn on myself and through my mistakes. I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that sometimes it's really good to have somebody that's maybe not a professional, but actually knows or actually experienced a couple of things that you are going through right now, and that somebody can tell you, you know what, it's fine, you're doing good. Just remind yourself to have fun. Nobody expects anything from you. Maybe your wife or something, but I mean, but I think that's a different story. It's not necessarily about art, is it? One thing I didn't touch on is money, but I think that I didn't have to, because a lot of people will keep on telling you, I think that's a cliche at this point, don't do it for the money. I believe, to be honest, that money is important. I believe you should monetize your art in every way possible. I didn't know that when I was younger, because I felt like, as I said, like kind of an imposter. That who am I to, or who will appreciate this? Who will want to buy this? The truth is, you never know. You should try and sell your art everywhere, because we all need to eat. And honestly, we put a lot of work into this, just like any other job. And I think we deserve payment for it. Guys, thank you again for watching this. If you're interested and want to know more about my journey, I actually just developed some courses online on YouTube and on Patreon. They're now in English. If you want to get more into dance, if you want to talk about it, you can reach me on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I really want to kind of expand the people that I know, and I wanna always keep in touch with a lot of art, and I wanna, as I said, I wanna keep this fun. So yeah, let's keep this process fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.